Hi, habari ya asubuhi, habari ya mchana, habari ya jioni. Umeamkaje? Umeshindaje? Umelalaje? Natumai mzima. Mimi niko mzima, ninashukuru. So welcome to the second lesson of this beautiful language Kiswahili, where we're going to look at now the second lesson. We remember last time we began by looking at the background of Kiswahili, and we looked at the origin, and just we laid a foundation of this whole course. If you haven't looked at that, you might want to go back and catch up with that before you come here. But if you also just don't want to look at that, we can still continue, no problem, because this is still a foundational course also. So today we're going to look at lesson number 2, and we're going to look at personal pronouns and prefixes. Personal pronouns and prefixes. We call that in Kiswahili nafsi na viambishi. Nafsi to mean pronouns, viambishi to mean the prefixes. Now it's under the construction word. I'm just trying to make you also acclimatize with the wording here as we go. Personal pronouns, we call it nafsi. We look at that. So the first person singular, we call it mimi. That is I, mimi in Swahili. Second person singular, we call it wewe. So you're there, it's wewe. The second person singular, third person, he or she, that is yeye. The person right there, yeye. So we look at plural of that. We have sisi. Now me and maybe a colleague where I'm seated with you, together with me seated here, we call ourselves sisi. Then you two there seated and catching up with this, we call you nyinyi. Or we can also do ninyi. Now get the wording. It means same thing, but Swahili has two. Nyinyi or ninyi, they are all semantically correct. That is the second person plural. Third person plural, we have wow or how. That group, the group right there, yeah, those ones there, we call them wow or how. That's the third person plural. So you get mimi, wewe, yeye, sisi, nyinyi or ninyi, then wow or how. Then we just move on to prefixes. We look at the prefixes. Now prefixes, I've put it here because they walk hand in hand with the pronouns most of the time. So we just get the first one. For the first person singular, we'll have the ni. Now it is always attached to a root of a word, a doing word, so that it makes a complete verb. So ni is for first person, mimi ni. The second person is u, wewe u. So we'll just put a root there, wewe u. The third person, yeye a. So a is the third. Then have last the singular ones. We have the first person plural. We have two, sisi two. The second person, wewe u. Sorry, the second person plural. Sorry. Now plural is nyinyi or ninyi for that case. Then the third person plural, wa or wa. That is the third person plural. So we'll just quickly look at the examples so that we can apply that. Like you can see, the word soma is the root word for read. Soma is the root word for read. So we'll have two prefixes there. The prefix ni, as we've seen, it's the person, the first person. It represents the person. Now for this case is the first person singular. We have ni. Then na Na means time. It's currently happening. It's also a prefix of time. It's currently happening. We'll look at some prefixes later. Maybe there is a ta, li of the past. It will come. Then soma is a root. So the first person, ninasoma, ninasoma, unasoma. So you see, o, it is the second person plural. Wewe, unasoma. You read. You read. Or you are reading a book. You read. Wewe unasoma kitabu. We'll see that. The third person is anasoma. So you can see yeye, that person there. Yeye anasoma. Then plural we have tunasoma, tu, tunasoma, we read. Mnasoma, plural second person, nyinyi mnasoma, or nenyi mnasoma. Then the third person, wao wanasoma kitabu, or wao wanasoma. So wao wa. So it is ni, u, a, and tu, m, wa for the prefixes that represents the person, or a personal pronouns. Okay. Now, one more example for us to wrap this up. We have mimi ninasoma kitabu. So mimi, it's a person. Ninasoma, ninasoma. Soma is reading. Kitabu is a book. Kitabu. Like I said, Kiswahili is also affiliated to Arabic. So kitabu, I think there is a word in Arabic or the Arab language called kitabu, something of that. So yeah, it's the same. So kitabu means a book in Kiswahili. So mimi ninasoma kitabu. Then when it comes to you, wewe unasoma kitabu. The third person, yeye anasoma kitabu. Now those are the singular ones. The plural, now us, sisi tunasoma vitabu. Now note also the book, the word book has changed. V means plural, vitabu. We'll look at that, but in just this case, kitabu is singular, vitabu is plural for a book. So tunasoma vitabu, nyinyi mnasoma vitabu, wao wanasoma vitabu. Okay, one more example. The word speak, the root word for speak is ongea. So it will be mimi ninaongea lugha. Language, it's lugha. So mimi ninaongea lugha. Okay, I hope you follow. Wewe, right there, you. Naongea lugha. So you speak a language. Next is yeye, that person right there. Yeye anaongea lugha. Sorry, I put kitabu, but it should be lugha. Just put anasoma. So we can, if we put it in ongea, we can say yeye anaongea lugha. Okay, plural we say sisi tunaongea lugha. Us, we speak a language. You there, that group, nyinyi or ninyi mnaongea lugha. Lastly, wao wanaongea lugha. So I hope you get that. You can practice. You can practice more on it, on this. Maybe if you want to get more root in languages, you can get, but we will get more of that when we come to the other lessons. But for today, we just wanted to now lay a foundation of this, because it's also going to determine our other lessons that are going to come. In the meantime, thank you so much for staying with us and for finding it here that you should learn these lessons here. So see you next time on the next lesson. For now, I say waheri, tuonane, Mungu akipenda.